As a minimalist, there are a lot of things I don't buy anymore. I made a whole video about this. You can check it out in the comments. But there are still a few things that I regularly buy, even though I'm a minimalist. And this is what this video is about. So let's dive in. There are many minimalists out there who cut their hair by themselves, but I'm not one of them. I go to my local barber, which is about 5 minutes walking distance. It takes me 30 minutes to cut my hair and it costs me 20 bucks. And I go there about every 2 months. I just found that the amount of money I pay for my haircut and the time it takes is well worth it. I just don't think I can make it look decent within 30 minutes. As my hair is longer on the top, shorter at the bottom, and I could not just use a razor. I would need to use scissors and be very precise with it. Even though I would like to experiment this, I still have a 9-to-5 job where I need to look decent. So for now, I stay away from cutting the hair by myself. When I shop for clothing, I not only look at function, but also for quality. As I have limited pieces in my wardrobe, it's very important to me that it lasts me very long. I also started to consider more and more where the clothing is produced, what are the working conditions, and does it use recycled materials. I have experienced that spending a little bit more money makes the clothing in general last a lot longer and also makes me enjoy it a lot more because I can buy fabric that feels softer, feels more durable, and feels overall much nicer to wear. Plus, spending a few dollars more gives you something that is much higher quality. For example, all my t-shirts were previously from H&M for 5 bucks. But just after a few washes, they get out of shape and look very bad. On the other hand, I bought a t-shirt from Muji for about double the price, but that looks still brand new after a couple of washes and feels much nicer on the skin. Additionally, I see myself grabbing for my Muji t-shirt a lot more whenever it's available, as I just enjoy wearing it. Experiences is another thing why I see the money well spent. For example, I think we travel a lot more than the average person, but we compare flights, check for cheaper dates and so on to make this possible. We love to explore new places and experience new cultures. Plus, it's very relaxing to get out of your comfort zone and place yourself in a scene you have never been before. For example, this year we have been to Copenhagen, Egypt, Barcelona and Greece. These are a lot of countries we travel to, and it's probably more than the average person. On the weekends, additionally, we like to take day trips or multiple day trips to different cities or towns nearby. Into experiences, I also count going to concerts, which my wife likes to go. For example, this year we have been to the weekend concert in Munich, which was very nice. These experiences create memories we cannot forget, and it's money well spent in our point of view. Quality over quantity. This can simply be applied to everything I buy. For example, I have been searching for a new winter boot, as my previous ones were not waterproof, were too cold on my feet, or just not durable enough. So I had 2 before, but both were not perfect. So I did a lot of research to search one boot that can basically do it all, that looks okay, but is also waterproof and keeps me warm in the winter. And I found one. I don't want to talk about the brand that I found, but it's basically the idea behind it. I spent a little bit more time and money for my research to figure out the product that works best for my needs. Most of the time I have to spend a little bit more money, but then I have one piece of product that does everything I need. Another one is physical books. If you have been to the channel a bit longer, you know that I prefer reading physical books over digital ones, like for example on an e-reader. It's very different from the average minimalist who says I don't want to have physical books. But when I'm reading, I like to stay away from screens. And an e-reader is still a screen, and I can feel it on my eyes, even though it's better than reading, for example, on an iPad. I just like to stay away from screens while reading, and a physical book is exactly the solution for that. Plus, I really like the idea of collecting the books I liked most. Yes, I'm a minimalist, but you are allowed to collect things that fill you with joy. For example, I would like to have a bookshelf filled with the best books I ever read. I just see it as a part of my journey, and therefore collecting it is okay. Plus, I don't read that many books. I probably so far have around 5 to 6 books which I store, which I really liked. So it's still on a manageable scale right now. And that's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're curious about the things I don't buy anymore, you can check it out down in the description. And with that being said, you will find another video recommended right here. And with that being said, have a great one.